The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Let's go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The Steelers at 3-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Nico Collins,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Tight right. Hey.
On second down, here's Pierce. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Apke.
And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go, here we go.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to throw, Tannehill.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hit. Hey. There you go, Tiger.
Here's Pierce. Will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Another one caught by Collins.
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Donald Parham
from 6 yards away.
And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Troy Apke.
And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Donald Parham.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment. Touchdown!
Donald Parham.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Right.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go!
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the posts, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Tannehill. And this one's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Open man is Noah Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play fake. Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Pollard going to try the right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it?
And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Hey, 57, 57.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Deep, deep. Quick, quick. Go, deep. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, and the pressure gets to him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And this is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Koo now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Let's go.
Now a second down and 6.
Hey.
Hand off right side to Pierce.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hey.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. This will be caught by Brown.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. One last throw here for Tannehill. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.